Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last meeting of the year, the December meeting of the Hong Kong Study Circle and Hong Kong Philatelic Society. Um, yeah, it's wonderful to see so many of you attending this very special presentation by I think, I could say he's a celebrity of the STEM circle, certainly. A very well-known guy, and I say Professor Sam Chiu, Sam Chiu, and as you know, he's very active in the international philately. He's in the Postal Stationery Commission. He has a vast number of collections that had earned him gold and large gold medals at various level, and I've seen his cabinet, which is full of medals. I mean, it's really is very very impressive, and his in-depth knowledge in the Canadian Sea Force, and of course Away Highway, just to name a few. And now I know that he's got a new exhibit called Han Kao being shown in Dubai, STEM exhibition. So unfortunately, I won't be there, but I really look forward to see it. I'm sure that he has got some really spectacular items. Just focusing on one city. So he must have a lot of very good items to do that. And of course he's a international philatelic judge, in postal station and postal history, and yeah. So I think without further ado, I think you all know Sam, and I've known him for what 30 years, 40 years, maybe at least 40 years. Yeah, yeah. So he's exactly the same as before. It hasn't changed a bit. Except the hair's got a little bit gray, but that's it's better than me with no hair at all. Anyhow, so I'll leave it to Sam to give us his in-depth research in Hong Kong Postage Due and the handling of underpay mail. Sam, is all yours. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint you. So I'm going to disappoint everyone. The reason why I'm making this presentation, and I'll start right off, is the Auxiliary Marking Club wants me to do this. So I did this for them. So for Hong Kong specialists, you may be disappointed, but truthfully, especially the early material, it is so scarce. I mean, so it is very hard to acquire, and even not just to acquire, but even just to get an image as a record is getting, impossible.
Mm.
And Andrew already said about, it gets so complex. And that's why, the longer it takes when there's many, many more branch offices, it gets really complex. So just for the presentation's sake, I'm just doing it for the first, 80 years or so. But the later markings, they start actually later than 60. So I throw in a few just so you have examples of that. So, and this is based on my book, as we have discussed about my co-author KK Choi. At one point in time, he was living in Toronto. So I have some of the early period material, and he has a lot of the modern material. So we sat down and then we decided to do this book. And just as the basis for my presentation, this is exactly how I think. It's just like driving. When you get a driver's license, you start to learn. And for me, writing this book, the two of us writing this book, it actually started the journey for us to know better the material. So there's so much I don't know. I mean, this is 1996, so this is before eBay. This is before internet. I was using BBS back then. So, I have to apologize. When you see later, you see what I have missed. You see there's tons of material that I've missed. So I'm sure that Andrew has a lot more that he could add. And then John Tang,
Yeah.
Simon, for example, all of you have, tons of material that I have no records of. So, at that point in time, this was a summary of what I was able to gather. That was where the book was, done, and then it's a learning process after that. So this is not for you. This is for the auxiliary club, which they don't know anything about Hong Kong. The audience here knows about GPO starting and the branch office cutting in and so on. And one of the reference I'm going to use is Prowse um, Postage Due, because you see why I'm going to use Prow later on. So and a lot of writing which you could check later on, but for the audience here, you don't need to know because you already know. So again, this is for auxiliary, club, that I'm just going to show the early markings. I mean the GPO, the branch, the location, so they could see where's what. So I'm just showing you the title page, or the table of contents, sorry, table of contents, and I'm just going to do the markings. And even that, I'm just skimming through it because there's a lot of material that could not be covered within the short time. So this is, chapter two, the early text marking. As you can see, some of them are really in the 1858. Just so you know, out of the whole page, I only have one of the markings on covers. So I'm sure that Andrew has a lot more than I have. So, this is all the insufficient prepay, and then it evolved up to 1876. Again, I do not have many of those. I just have this one. So this is actually, Shanghai coming through to Hong Kong, so while Hong Kong transits Shanghai, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and then back to the US. So insufficiently prepay to Southampton and then to US. So this is one of the rare ones that I was able to manage to buy, you know. I'm u I usually lose out to Andrew, so
Ah. No.
the second stage of the marking again is early as 1858, insufficient prepay, more to pay, which I don't have. Colony shares of fine or colonial share of fines. That's even Andrew would say that some of them is debatable that whether they were actually used in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So, this is still the shadow. You can't prove one way. And then deficient postage. Again, out of this, I only have one item of it. I never, so this is the cover I have. And again, this is debatable whether this was applied in Hong Kong. But from the facet catalog, we could see that there was only one cover from Sweden to Hong Kong at
Yeah.
that time. So yeah, so Prow have a listing of 1862. So it's debatable where he get his the material from. So
Yeah, the thing about this cover is that's debatable whether the colonial shell fine it's a Hong Kong, because the thing is, if you look at the London mark on the back of that cover, is the same color
Andrew,
red.
you're frozen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, did I?
Andrew,
Yes. What?
you were frozen.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm muted.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
We heard you said the last word was debatable.
yes. No. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, okay. No, I said because the colonial share of fine is in red, and the red is very similar to the London mark on the back of the cover. You see the same. I don't know. You got the cover. You said you can check it.
Yes,
where they actually it's the same color.
right. I'll check it and get back to you on this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
So it could be
so
a
this is of course, yeah,
go ahead.
right. This is of course the circular T mark. That is the workhorse. That is the workhorse for from the 1880s onwards to all the way to the 1950s. This in all different shapes of this. So KK and I tried to document everything that we have record of. Again, this is 30 years ago. So, this is where you're going to see all the mistakes, all the problems, and there's tons of things that we could add right now. The earlier ones, the CT1, the large T, CT1 and CT2, I do not have an example of, and I didn't bid on any of the material that was available. So, I only started from the CT3 onwards.
Mm.
So those, the CT3, CT4, CT5, and actually you will see there's a lot of stuff missing in between as well. Those are the workhorse. My record showed this as the earliest one, and you could now see why I'm referring to Proud because he uses my record. Sorry, there's no other way to say it, but he uses my record with or without my permission. So, this is another small CT3, which is Proud uses a different listing of it. So I may or may not agree with him on this. So again, this is the 1880s. Those are pretty scarce usages anyway. 1899. So Proud uses this marking he listed as UP6. And one telltale sign is that the serifs on the T marking seem to be missing.
Mm.
So, again, I don't have enough examples to confirm that. This particular one is unlisted by me. I own the cover, but 1910 now, but I don't have that identified in the book. So this is also unlisted in the proud. The telltale sign is a thickness,
Mm.
the thickness of the T stem. Another marking that not listed by me where one of the T, the left side seems to tilt up. So this is 1912.
Mm.
So all I'm saying is there's so much that we have not recorded and which you could contribute. This is yet another unlisted one because the corners are pretty close and the thickness is kind of like medium. So this is the 1920s. So we know that there is a lot of the markings that appear in between that we have not listed. Is now just coming to light. Well, okay. Start of the branch markings, branch office marking. So this is my earliest record. And again, Proud uses my record. So just, I did not send him any of my material. The only person who have access to my material is KK.
Mm.
So, which I think that KK, because at one point in time, KK come to my house and then he would, there's a photocopier. Back then, there's only photocopiers. He could photocopy anything that he wants, and he could send it to Proud. That's all I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the earliest use, but actually, physically, I've seen an earlier one.
Mm-hmm.
It was available in Toronto, and stupidly, I didn't pick it up. So, anyway, this is another one that is, that is not listed by me. So, and we're going to talk about this marking later on. But this is Seungwan. As you can see, I don't have the earlier ones because this is the later one that is listed by Proud, latest date. So somehow he got hold of a photocopier of this cover. This is from Wan Chai. So Proud actually have no listing from Wan Chai. So I mean, I still think, Andrew, you must have some. Simon must have some. John must have some. So all those branch officers marking, it need to be explored, but I haven't seen those. I haven't seen images of those.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another Western branch. Again, Proud uses my cover as the earliest date. He uses as UP1. Now, this particular one is for Samsoibo. And Samsoibo, for some reason, Proud again has no listing of it. So, so there is no listing of. So as you can see, this cover, it deserves a T marking, and it doesn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
So what we know, I think what this show is some of the branches were actually not issued with T marks, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
And this, this is 1927.
Mm.
So this may be passed on. It didn't say that it was passed on to Kowloon and put on the T mark there, or Hong Kong we know. And, take a look at the different ink on the Hong Kong marking, which is, but, so we know that, so somebody have ratings on that. So, and the blue, but, this is still a mystery to me. So maybe Andrew, one of these days you could help me solve this. So.
I think there was a 30C, 30 centimes.
Yeah, 30C in there.
Is considered totally unpaid. So they actually
unpaid.
more
Okay.
than 4 cents.
Yeah. So this is another Kowloon marking, and this is local. Now it has gone to the large size marking. Another from the Kowloon marking, and to Taiwan, 1951. So, this is slightly dark purplish marking, and anything less than black is scarce, as you know. But I think Charles has one in red, but that is so I have to change that. So some of the material here, this particular one doesn't.
Sam, not only I have the red one, but also Angel's collection has a one.
So there's two of them that we need to change.
That's not from Hong Kong though. It's from Tianjin.
From Tianjin, not from Hong Kong.
Tianjin. Yeah, the negative image and so on. Yes. Those are from, right.
From Tianjin.
Yeah. So again, Proud uses this cover as the earliest record. So, in Hong Kong, anything other than black ink for this is uncommon. So according to my record, this is the latest use of the small T marking at the Kowloon branch.
We mentioned in the last journal about the use of blue ink in 52. In the last journal, we talked about the use of blue ink as on Hong Kong Council, registered Hong Kong Council, the last journal, and it's that kind of violet blue color. Just I wonder. This
is a violet. So and this is in the Kowloon branch. So
it is Kowloon branch.
Yeah. Okay, now comes the different shapes of the T mark that came out. As I don't have a record of I've only a record of this 1926 one. I haven't seen them. But the other ones, again, we recorded this, from the different branches. I only have images of that, and some of them I don't even have the image.
Mm,
But KK said he has image. He have seen them. So
mm,
on KK's recommendation, we use what he said as well.
mm-hmm.
So this is the rectangular marking.
Yeah.
When I first bought this, I said, "Come on, this is contrived. This is
Mm,
made." Then I realized, wait a minute, this is from Yamati,
mm,
It may be contrived, but man, this is a good record.
yeah.
And next thing Prow has no listing of T marks in Yamati.
Mm,
And this then become my earliest record of the usage of this marking. So, we'll see another one. So this is another one. This is the second day of usage of this particular marking in Hong Kong, according to Prowl. This is, this is the 5th, the next day, June 5th. This is yet another one.
mm,
Again, is contrived. Kai tech, wow, the scarce marking,
mm,
and postage due and all that, So earlier, at least this is my record of Kai Tech's earliest marking,
mm,
postage due. So somebody need to correct me on this, but somebody took the effort of making those. I have to say making those, but this actually went, right? Because it did go to the US.
mm,
So even though it may be contrived,
mm,
so this is Kowloon, as you can see, the slogan marking, which Prow has. This again, this particular one again is Kowloon, and it extends Prow's latest record. So this is unlisted in Prow as a lot of the rubber markings over time, you could see the lines get warped because of the solvent in the ink. Over time, it just warp, it just changes shape. So sometimes if you measure it, it would be different over time.
mm,
Now you can see how exaggerated that
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So again, this particular marking, it extends Proust's latest record date. Now, even more so, look at it, has swollen so much. Now, meanwhile, in Kowloon, the literally that okay, we go back to the previous one. This was 62.
Mm,
The Hong Kong marking has swollen quite a bit,
mm,
but the Kowloon marking has not.
mm,
It's still in decent shape.
mm,
And this one is unlisted in Prowl. And the rectangular size is reduced. So we start to see different sizes of the rectangulars. This is another of the Kowloon unlisted. The different ones. This one is narrower
mm.
and again is from Kowloon. This is questionable because there's no date in there. I can't see what date this could be. My guess was 1962.
Mm,
So, this is coming to Canada. Somehow there's no Hong Kong marking in there except the T mark. So my guess is, and I try to guess, this is Repulse Bay Road. So where was it sent? Was it sent from Central? And so Proud listed this one as Chin Wan and the only date 1962. Now, I did this particular one in my book is on KK's recollection that he have seen this marking. But I have not seen this marking. So this is a unique size too, because this is this is huge compared to the other one. The other ones, this is really wide compared to the other ones. So, well, this particular one, window envelope, lots of stuff going for it, but this is the start of the ovals. So it predates Proud's earliest date. This is the earliest date of, at least I have, of an oval T marking. Kowloon usage, oval T marking. Uh, he was, Proud has a totally different listing for this, which I may or may not agree with. Beaconsfield House, scare usage, unlisted in Proud. Probably contrived, I don't know, but I'm just happy to have it. So this particular one from Kowloon, lots of feature I like, meter, postage due meter, you know. So I have this for a long time. This is a proof strike, and this is earlier. So Proud took this and used this in his illustration as well. Now come chapter 4, which is a to-pay marking. Again, we try to list all the one that we have seen of the branch offices. But as Andrew have said, you can't continue this because it is just too messy. I don't think at my age, I'm not going to start, put it this way. Okay. So this is much, much later, 1986, because the to-pay marking were later usages. So I just have a couple of illustrations. So of the marking to pay, so this is nice cover because on the back there's postage due, and this seemed to be an actual usage. More to pay, different types of to pay. Again, much later. And the overweight one, I don't have any of this. This is really, way past my, because I have left Hong Kong by then. I left Hong Kong in 1971. So, and I never got hold of any of this. And KK wasn't around to make any of this back then. So now come much, a more plentiful marking. And even though I call this OTM1, it is probably not OTM1 because there was earlier ones that was before the 60s. So again, we tried to list Kowloon Central, International Mail Center, and so on. So this one is from Sek Wu Hui. This one is probably pre OTM1 because it doesn't have any marking on the value on the bottom is not there, and I'm not even sure what those are. Andrew, do you think those are stuff or just
no? I think it's a word. Maybe it's just maybe cents. Below that.
And this
is. You think it's just dirt mark or?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah.
I cannot tell. So this is pretty early given the time, 1970s. Okay, 1972, unlisted in Proud.
Yeah.
This is to Switzerland. This is OTM1, which the /60. That's the earliest we have. Back 30 years ago, this is what we recorded as the earliest, T mark with the, and then of course the later one when the basic value went to 130, 170, 200, and so on. And it just goes on and on and on.
240, 260. There's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm just interested in the earlier one, and this is, even though it's early as 1989, but it's to Kowloon. And this is a pretty scarce marking, charge not collected.
Yeah.
It's because when the postage due is applied and the receiver refused to pay the postage due, the marking would be then applied over the postage due. So some of the more scarce marking are the Kowloon and the Cheung one.
Yeah.
So this is one of my I love this one. Cost me a lot of money way back. Probably bid against you, Andrew, on
No, no,
this.
no, no. I missed it. I missed it.
You missed it.
But I
Okay.
think you're bidding against somebody who collects China postage dues.
Mhm.
There's a lot of collectors that specialize in the Chinese postage dues. But this is
Yeah.
very nice. This is like a triple combination of
Yeah.
Hong Kong, China, and straight settlements. So
Yeah.
it's a marvelous.
So yeah. So it followed the it got redirected and nobody paid for it. And again, Prow uses my cover as the earliest of this particular marking.
Yeah.
So
Very nice cover.
I like this. This the massive amount of
Yeah.
postage due on this. And Proud doesn't have this marking. You know, Kowloon, he uses,
Charge not collected in Hong Kong.
this is another Kowloon. Again, is not listed in, So sometimes they don't apply it right on the stamp. So I don't know why, so I thought the whole deal is that charge not collected, it should be just on the
cancel
stamp.
yeah.
Yeah, so this one, really messy, but I love it. So yeah, this is the way that should be applied, right?
Yeah.
It should be right on the stamp that it wasn't collected.
That's right.
So, fortunately, this have all the different markings.
Maybe the handling office was the Hong Kong, and then I noticed yours is the postage due it has a Kowloon cancel.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
that's the Hong Kong office. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Hong Kong office. So it wasn't rejected by the Kowloon office.
Yeah.
So that might be a rule that we don't know. If it's not the originating office, you can't cancel it again, right? Yeah, well,
I like the refuse hand stamp.
Yeah.
We refuse to pay 12 cents.
So 53, charge not collected. This is much later, Kowloon Central, with charge not collected. And I don't think this is contrived. This is real.
It's real.
Yeah.
I think that it's a fact that there are quite a few of these Chinese covers. But, whether they were actually maybe smuggled out of the DLO, debt office, or not, I'm not too sure. Maybe none of them were actually the charge collected, and they could have been either destroyed and then somebody just took them out they were out of the trash can, maybe.
So most of this are from KK because the later material I do not have assets of. I do not have a collection of.
Yeah.
So KK did this. This is what he has.
Yeah, he would have lots of these.
Yeah, and a lot of the later dates he has.
Yeah.
So okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
Return for postage. The earlier ones, 1864, 1870, I don't have that. I don't have those. So, I have a couple of the later ones. So return for postage. I put it under a bright lamp and you could see the whole thing. So I always like those because you could then compare the dates. Sometimes at different times, and this one is like 8:30. This is 3 p.m. The 6th of May, different dates. So this particular one again, 2 different dates. Return for postage, cross out. So that has been added. to Manila.
Mm.
Return for postage. So Kowloon.
Mm.
And again, Prow uses this its earliest date from this. So, pre-war usage, the return for postage
Mm.
to Canada, to Calgary. So the added postage was at a different date, 2 days later. Wartime usage. So the added postage was again 2 days later. Post-war usage.
Mm.
This particular one, it wasn't sent back until 6 days later. This one in Chinese that we have already seen in Shangwan.
Mm.
So Proud has it listed as the only date, which is this particular cover. Another type, return for insufficient postage and return for postage different, a continuation of this. So this is 1950. Is not listed in Prow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not listed by me. This is actually a pretty recent. I bought this in the last 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So return for additional postage. This is much later in the 70s and the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see, for second class postage and so on, different North Point, Kowloon City, IMC. This is standard type. Now, this particular one, even though I show the illustration, I think in our book, I think this is a different marking. And that's why I have it circled in red.
Mm.
Because insufficient for airmail, this obviously is shouldn't be, this should be taken out at the AMC, so.
Mm.
So this is a 1959 usage from Seungwan. Insufficient postage for airmail transmission. This is one from Kowloon, and it extends Prow's latest date. This particular one is unlisted in Prow, and is to Canada. This one is usage from North Point. I was living in North Point then. Prow has no listing of postage due markings from North Point. This one I've shown already, and you could see, the stamp cover transferred to service mail. So the card is too thick, so I can't shine a light on it because this is a picture postcard to try to lift the whole image. Unlisted in Prow. Lost in transit, all different type of it. And in other words, type, which is a stamp off. Again, very early 18. I do not have that example. And comes chapter 13 is all the non-standard markings, aerograms, stick on label, immiscible. And this is a funny one. This is a funny one because it was printed, form approved by Postmaster General, and even quote a number. So it has a certificate. And guess what? Unauthorized aerogram. So I'm scratching my head. What is happening here? What is happening here? So I don't know, Andrew. Help me out.
Maybe a mistake. Maybe.
เข้ามา
Huh?
ใช่เข้ามาเอาแบงค์50เหลือ500อ๋อที่เขามีเอกสารใช่พาสปอร์ต
Denmark. Okay. Oh, Dr. Prepko is there. Okay. So this is not listed in Prow.
Yeah.
So liable to letter rate. Those are pretty scarce marking. which I don't have. This is again the later one, insufficient prepay. Those KK has it. I don't have it. The illustration, that's why we have to collaborate because the two of us, he has the newer material, I don't have the newer material. And we classified this in this, we throw this all together in one chapter. We should maybe not, we shouldn't be doing this, but then, which has the postage pay markings there too. So in chapter 21, we have this particular one. So this is again, we don't know where we should put this because this is in Chinese about the international format. So now comes to the end because I think this is important because take a look at the I deliberately use this particular cover because it just tells you exactly back in 1954 what the branches are. And I use that to compare the Kowloon branch, and I use the usage of postage due marking. The blue is my record. The black is Prow's record. So Kowloon, he used my earliest date. Western branch, he used my earliest date. Saying Pon, he has no record of it. Wan Chai, I have a 1929. So Prow has no listing of it. Stanley, I don't have a record. Prow has one. So Yomati, I have a 52. He has a much, much earlier one in 1929. So, and then some Soibo and so on. So a lot of them, as you can see, the no markings, no listing, no listing, no listing. And this particular one, which Chunwan, this is on KK's insistent that there was a post due marking, but I still coming back. I don't have a record of this because I haven't seen it. So a lot of those, as you can see, there's no record being used. So this ends my presentation, and this is a plea. Please help me. If you have anything to correct the dates, especially branch office marking, please help us to change it because this should add knowledge. We should bring our knowledge up to a higher level. Again, this was done in 1996, before internet, before eBay. So all I have was auction catalogs and from the journals.
Yeah.
So, and with that, I want to thank you, thank everybody, and wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sam. I mean, everybody must agree that this is a fantastic talk. Really is a lot of details there. And really, Sam, I congratulate you and as well KK, doing such a marvelous book at a time where you didn't have any access to internet, which is a big problem because nowadays with eBay, for example, you can probably find a lot of material, a lot more material the dealers or sellers are actually putting them on the internet. So really, if you have time, I think it may be time for part 2 update or your book. But really, it's fantastic. I've been collecting postage dues for many years, and but usually more stamps than the markings, because the markings are so complex that you can't really say that you have a complete collection of them. And there is and even now you could occasionally find one or more covers on eBay, and then you don't have to pay in those days probably an exorbitant price at the stamp dealer in stamp exhibition. But you could actually buy. Luckily, I mean, nowadays there are probably some competition, from from various people on the internet, but still, I mean, at a reasonable price. And sometimes there'll be surprises if you have your book and Proud in hand, and just to compare, you might find something a new record or something. But really, it's very well. I mean, it's a pioneer work. You know, your book is a pioneer work, and no doubt about that. And I think it actually is it still available, by the way?
It is, yeah.
Is this still available? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I put 10 copies at Anna's office.
Oh, really?
So she's selling it, yeah.
She didn't quite advertise it, but
No.
oh, she still got it. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be. I think it's anybody who collects Postage Due must have the book, because it's a very good guidebook, and of course, as you have just said, there may be some new finds still, even up to now. So again, congratulations. Any questions? I'm sure Susan is smiling, because she has quite an extensive collection of Jews as well. I know about that.
No, not an extensive one.
Not an extensive one, yeah.
No.
Fairly
I have quite a
representative.
few coming out of China that can't be explained, but on the whole, I found them difficult to get hold of. What sort of information are you after, Sammy? Anything that we've got, or just earlier, latest dates, or?
Number one is, I think it's important to have record of the branch office usage. To me, is the most important, and of course, earliest and latest. And
Right.
as you can see, especially that small circular T marking, you know, there is tons of variations. As I show you, there is so many variations, and we need to fill the gap somehow.
Yeah. Yes.
So
it's difficult, because some of those are under inked, aren't they? So it's difficult to compare them.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam, I've just had a quick look. I've got a 1918 from Sain Pun.
Wow, good, fantastic stuff.
I'll get your email. I'll send you.
Yes, please. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Sam. I'll have a look and see what I've got.
There you
I've
go.
got a few items that I came across. I always look up when I get a postage due item with markings. I look up your book, and sure enough, there's a lot of ones that are new. So I'll send you some scans and some stuff. I wanted to mention also that there was a time when you were away from Toronto, and the B62 group had a meeting on the subject of postage due and underpaid mail. And what we did is we took your book, and everybody brought material. John Wilson, John Robertson, all the guys, Nelson. And we went through your book chapter by chapter, and we covered it very well. We didn't have all the different variations, but we had a lot of that material. So it was a fun exercise to do. And maybe we could do that as a collaboration on one of these Zoom meetings. Everybody bring something according to the chapters of the book, and we can go through and see how much material we all cumulatively really have, because it's a very interesting exercise to see some extended dates, earlier, later, some new markings, and so on. So I think the collaboration is probably a way to do that, because you're right, writing this book new to, it's like the next web. There's so much material. It's incredible, but very, very good reference. And even though, yes, it's pre-internet and pre-email and all that, there's fantastic information in there, and I use it a lot. So I'll be sending you some stuff, and good to see that there's interest. And I'll mention one other thing that's a source of really good information about how the tax charges are applied. I'm a member of the Postage Due Mail Study Group, My colleague Ken Snelson from the PSSC got me into that. It's a UK organization, and they don't specialize in Hong Kong. It's from all the different world places, but they have Zoom meetings about once a quarter, and that is a place to learn how the taxes were charged, the conversion rates, the markings, all different stuff. I sometimes show a Hong Kong cover that I can't interpret, and I say, guys, help me with this, and I usually get my answer. So Postage Due Mail Study Group, if you're serious about it, that's a good one to join.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Any questions from the floor? Anybody? Huh?
Sam, I have a cover of Western Branch. I think this is 1910 with a T mark over there. Therefore, I would like to share that.
Hello.
Can you guys see that?
Yes. Yep.
I'll have to.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. It is a front of a cover with a T over there, flank with the stamp duty, 5 cents. It is the early issues, not that one of 38. And it is the back. It's a Western Branch. With a day stamp over here is 10 1910. That means well, the CDS of Hong Kong not clear, not very clear. Even enlarge it.
22nd of 29th of September.
29th.
It's a 29th of September.
29th September 10.
10 is a little bit weak, therefore I still recognize a bit, but the back stamp is for sure is 10. Okay. And got this marking.
Yeah. Was it
this marking belonging to Western Branch or belonging to GPO Hong Kong? I don't know.
Well,
I can't tell yet.
Yeah.
Send me the image and I'll see if I could measure it and compare.
Is there a time mark on the Western Branch cancel?
Let's see the back. 28. Yeah, the day before.
Is it?
Looks like
Oh,
28.
it's not
So it's the
It's
day,
28
Western
September.
Branch, the
Yes,
day
it's
before
letter
the Hong
F.
Kong.
Cannot see this.
You can.
Is it a letter F?
No, 28. 28th of September.
Yeah, 28th. But is that a
28,
letter F
okay.
instead of the time
Yeah,
code?
28th index F,
Yeah.
Yeah, F.
which is the
Yes.
last collection of the day. So it actually got over to the GPO the next morning. So that's why you got, what, 9 a.m. or something? Was it? 29. 8 a.m. Yeah.
8
So,
a.m.
9 a.m. 29.
9 a.m.
So the
9.
F was the last collection. So and then that took this over to GPO, and then the GPO canceled the. By the way, actually, is in 1910 that is authorized usage? Is this unauthorized usage or rather
Unauthorized usage?
Unauthorized usage.
Because you can see with a
There's
pencil.
yeah. There's a square. Yeah.
If there's a pencil square
But
over
why they bother to cancel the stamp? The 5 cent due. This is interesting.
should not cancel, maybe by mistake. Yeah. But they just circle the stamp invalid.
So it's actually unauthorized usage rather than
unauthorized usage.
In 1910 that there was a small window where they actually used the the 5-cent stamp duty in lieu of 5-cent postage stamps.
Yeah. Therefore,
I think PC is here, so he collects this kind of stuff. So can you shed some light on this?
Well, in fact, there are a few such covers, maybe one or two such covers,
I think you had one in
and
1910.
also the stamp cancelled by the CDS reported in the Hong Kong Study Circle newsletter in
Same
the
year.
journal. Yeah. If you search the
Mhm.
Hong Kong Study Circle, you will find a few articles on this topic.
Is it in 1910?
1910, yeah.
They're all in 1910.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's something. Well, this doesn't look like philatelic to me.
No. This is a real one, but I'm not too sure why this was used. There seems to be no record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Thanks, Charles.
okay,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Fascinating. Yeah, I always wonder whether in 1910 something actually happened that maybe they decided to use the 5-cent. This is the older it's not the 38 5-cent. This is the
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. So I just wonder, have you at PC, have you actually found any record in the newspaper that it was a temporary authorized for postage?
Haven't checked this up
1910.
yet, but there are a few covers.
Yeah.
I got one, in fact, sending to Macau.
Yeah, that's right. I think you showed it before.
Yeah.
So I remember it's 1910.
Yeah.
So I just wonder,
There
is
are
it
always
coincidence?
deciding there.
No other years. You don't find
No.
any other years except 1910.
Yeah.
So maybe it's worthwhile actually searching for records, whether they actually was maybe temporary use for maybe 1 week or something. Yeah, fascinating. Thank you, Charles. Any questions? I think Ellis has some stuff as well. Ellis also collects postage due. No.
No, I haven't got those early materials.
Yeah, but you got a lot of the later ones in the yeah.
But I left them in Hong Kong.
Oh, you left them. You shouldn't. You should bring them over to Canada. It's a better place to store them than in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, they get all the moisture get into the covers. They get spotty.
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
in 2 years' time.
If you got some somewhere you can actually put them. I mean, it's the best way. Hong Kong is not the ideal condition unless you spend a lot of money on aircon and you've got a dry room or something. It really is an awful place. I have loads of stuff left in the room and a lot of them actually got spots on them. So even after about 10 years, they get spots on them. So anyhow, okay, thanks. Any comments?
Sam, just send you your email.
Yeah. Any comments from anyone? Ingo, you got other comments?
Well, one thing I'll mention is our B62 group in Canada is now an official study group of the Royal Philatelic Society of Canada. It's not a very meaningful thing in the sense that nothing changes. We continue to have our quarterly in-person meetings in Toronto. But from that publicity that we got one new member from the West Coast and a couple of other people who aren't members but are sort of interested. And because Canada is such a stretched out country, they said, if you ever have a Zoom meeting, we'll do it. So we're going to do an experimental Zoom meeting in Canada and hopefully get some interest from maybe some American members. But although in the United States, Hong Kong seems to be really gotten out of interest there. We have a few members still that pay their dues to me every year, but there's so little activity there. But anyways, we're going to have one experimental Zoom meeting, and when I have the date for it and everything set up, I'll share it with everybody. It'll be on Canadian time, sort of probably midday or afternoon, so it might be tough for Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yeah.
Yeah, it might be, but hopefully we'll figure out a way to get as many people to join that as possible. So everybody's welcome. And the other exciting thing, we're going to have an off-site meeting. The Royal Philatelic Society of Canada has an annual convention, and this year it's going to be held in a town called Kitchener or Waterloo, about very nearby Toronto. So we're going to have an off-site meeting there during the convention. So again, we hope to attract interest in Hong Kong by having a meeting at a large convention where there's hundreds of people. So doing our bit to promote Hong Kong philately.
Any chance of having a meeting in Boston?
A meeting where?
In Boston, in May.
No. We talked about it, but you know what? There's, like I said, there's very little interest in Hong Kong philately in the United States that I know. Lee Scamp doesn't travel anymore. And the guys who pay their dues, they're not active. They pay their dues, but I never see any articles from them or anything. I once in a while get a Merry Christmas email or something, but they don't go to shows. And we had a meeting in New York, and we had a big meeting in Washington in those every 10-year shows. But Boston, because of the political situation, there's also going to be a lot less people going to the show. The exhibition is going to be fantastic. We're going to have about 25 exhibitors from Canada going. I'm the commissioner for it. But a lot of my exhibitors who normally would say, I want to go with my exhibit to the show, about 90% of them are saying, I'm not going to the USA right now. So, Sam, are you going to be judging there?
Good question. No idea.
Yeah. They haven't even settled on the judges yet. So it's very problematic, but it is going to go on. And, from an exhibiting point of view, it's going to be great. But I've just decided I'm not going to bother to try to organize a meeting because it's just too difficult to get people to show up.
Well, they got lots of meetings of clubs anyway, stamp clubs anyway.
Yeah.
They're not short of participants.
Is anybody from this meeting from Hong Kong planning to go?
Not really.
No.
Well,
yeah,
I think we got about 2 exhibits or something.
Dr. Prepkop is online, so he's going.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, I will be going.
Maybe you can tell us something about what's the situation on Boston.
Well, as of today, everything seems to move smoothly. They have about 300-400 frames for competition 1. And of course, as you know, they also have additional salons. And in terms of jury selection, because I understand that as of today, they haven't finalized the final accepted list yet. So the commissioners do not receive the results. And after that accepted list finalized, then we will start looking at the numbers of juries for each of the class. So that's about it. But they do provide the lots of rooms for meeting. I know that from the information, yes.
Yeah, I mean, their website tells you everything, and it's very well done. But Prakov, may I ask you, do you have an estimated time of when the acceptance will be announced?
Hopefully, it should be no later than mid-January.
Okay, so it's
it's up to them. It's up to the OC to decide. Yes.
Yeah, because my Canadian exhibitors are asking me, they're bugging me, hey, when am I going to know? So I've already sent an email to update to say, they're working on it and so on. But thank you for letting me know that it's going to be mid-January, so I can hold everybody off that they should wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yes. hopefully it should be ready by then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I think PC has got some plea about the Hong Kong Philatelic Society Journal.
Yeah, we are still looking for more articles. We get about 10 at the moment. So hope that if you are interested to contribute, it's still not too late. And you're welcome to contribute. And the 2026 issue will be the 30th issue. So it will be a landmark. So hope that we look forward to your contribution. Long or short will be okay.
Okay. How short is short? 1 page?
A few pages. Charles?
Right.
Charles has something to say. Yeah, you mute
Andrew?
yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Unmute yourself.
Okay. As I said at the beginning of the meeting, I have a whole album of those covers. I have about a couple of hundred T markings from the turn of the century, 1980 to 2000, something like that. I'm not going to write it up. So if anyone is interested, you can send me an email and we'll discuss. Again, I have a few hundred of those. So it can be very useful for someone.
Yeah.
You got my email, so you just send me an email.
Right.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just saying that, well, Professor Shaw, count on me, okay? Then you have one article for your journal, okay?
Okay, that's great. Yeah, thank you very
Well,
much.
you have to say how long it is or how short it is.
I'm sorry, up to present moment, the topic is not yet in my mind. I'm just still thinking about
it. You better be hurrying. You know, I think, what's the deadline anyway?
Well, we keep on pushing. I mean, it extending, but could you send it to me by mid-January? I think maybe mid to late January.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
PC, I've sent you one already, but I'm doing one jointly with Pamela.
Yeah, okay, that would be
on
great.
the general post offices of Hong Kong.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. Thank you.
Good.
I'm not sure how long that will be, but reasonably long one.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know that Simon and KK.
Yeah, they
you know about that anyway.
They do a massive article, I think. More like they can publish their own book. So
it's not so big. I've been reading.
Oh really? Oh okay. You know.
Well, a happy thing is that our 20 live issues is the 225 issues has got a gold medal in the New Zealand Philatelic Literature Exhibition.
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations!
So it is all the good effort of our contributors. You know, we'd like to thank them.
Yeah, good. All
For
right.
Professor Xiao, I just want to know whether a non-member can contribute any articles, or and question number 2 is whether the article should be in English only. Can it be a Chinese?
It can be in Chinese. We will add an English summary, and you're welcome to submit. Yeah, contribute.
But I'm not a member of the Hong Kong.
Yeah, we have some friends contributing from time to time.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks. Right, so Robert has already spoken about the dues, the study circle dues, and maybe John is not here. Maybe I don't know about the situation with the Hong Kong Philatelic Society, but I'm sure that the dues are not completely collected. Anyhow, so any other questions or any points you want to raise?
May I give a feedback on the Annigoni card you showed last time?
Oh yes, you can, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me share the file with you.
Okay. Right.
Just a moment.
Yeah, this is the card I spoke about last time.
Yeah. This is the card you showed last time.
Yeah.
And someone said that it may be a presentation card, that sort of things. But you can see that, in fact, this one has a different color with the issue stamps. The one issue has a purple background. But you can see that these are so colorful. Get a lot of these different colors. $20. And also these.
Where are these from?
They are from British Library, in fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
these are in fact, they are the not approved essays as written down in the ink. You know that, yeah. So they just print out different sort of colors and then approve the correct one for further.
It's hard to say. Actually, all three $20 looks exactly the same to me.
Yeah. Well, some may have a different type of paper.
Oh, right.
And also, for example, this one has a deeper color, and this is a lighter color.
Just shades.
There's different shade. This is even deeper, the right one.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is quite interesting. And
so yours is not from there. It's got no signature or anything or date.
Yeah, this one has no signatures. Probably have not been going through that system.
Yeah, maybe a spare one.
A spare one, maybe, yeah. But anyway, this is quite
$20? Is there $20 in the British Library archive?
The British Library has all these sort of things.
No, there isn't. Is there?
I in fact, I visit there and they make some of these pictures.
Yeah.
And
no, yeah, there is one. But not whether it's exactly the same. You can't really tell. It might be just a small shade different.
Different shade or maybe different type of paper. Yeah. Some are rough and some are quite shiny.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And so if you want to find out the one, go to British Library.
It seems the backgrounds vary. So some have a graded from bottom to top, and the issued one is shaded lighter behind the Queen's head.
Yeah, different type of shade.
Yeah, the background shading.
Yeah, quite interesting. So the one Andrew showed last time, this one is in fact quite rare. So far, I have only seen this one. And there's another one, $2. I have seen once in a catalog many years ago. So only this one and the other one I have come across.
Okay, right, good.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have a follow-up of something I just casually picked up, from an auction catalog.
Okay. So just for your interest.
Yeah, no, very, very, very nice. Just to have it, to see it, so blown up like this. Whereas a catalog, you can't hardly, even be sure the shape, the color of the stamp.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, nice one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good.
Yes. Okay. Any other issues or any comments you want to make?
Yes, Andrew. I have a item to share. So
very good.
I want to ask the comments of you guys because I've got a no knowledge of information on it. It's just a modern cover. You can say just when you look at it and you just it's a fake cover, or you just don't spend a minute of it, just have a look.
Yeah. Let's see.
Right here.
Right. Okay.
So it's not expensive one, but I got low knowledge on the day sequence of this cover. You can see the machine cancel is the 4th of December, 1978. And there was a Piffin punch.
You mean the paid is not Hong Kong? Sure.
Yes, paid. I don't know. It's
In Hong
is
Kong?
11th December. It seems, the cover is sent to the United States.
September.
December.
Mm.
It seems to be the cover was sent to the United States, and then the punch hole was there, and the punch is punched through the covers. And then there were $2 machine stamp on the bottom of the cover. And the most strange one is on the left-hand corner. There was a label, and then $99. And the day is 21st December.
Yes.
Hong Kong.
Yes.
How comes?
Yes.
I got no logical order of the date.
Yeah.
And the postal way is also logic.
Well,
I have done some homework.
mm-hmm.
The AML way to United States is $2.
Mm-hmm.
And the registration fee is $2.
Mm-hmm.
And the express fee is $3. So if we count on this stamp, is not logical already. But what else? Is $99. I can think of the speed post, but the speed post is $90 at that time to the United States for first pound, and the additional pound is $15. So all the days and the way is not logic.
Well,
so you might think it is a fake cover. I don't know.
Not completely fake. I've got a comment in the chat box from Julian, and he says that he says the Kowloon label might not belong. The registration label, he means the Tsim Sha Tsui, Tsim Sha Tsui, the registration label might not belong. You think that the $99 doesn't belong because the date is much later than September.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense to December.
So the registration label is not belong to the cover,
and as well as the meter label.
Oh, okay.
But that's his comment anyway. On the chat box.
I see. So only the $2.
So if you exclude those two aspects, the meter label and the registration label, how about the postage? Does it add up to Express, AML Express to US? You just said the fee, the AML fee is $2.
The AML fee is $2,
and the Express
and the registration fee is $2.
Express is also $2.
$3.
Oh, $3. So there's actually $1
excess.
Excess.
Yes. No. Let me see. Short of $1, I think.
Short of $1.
$1 short.
Oh, $1 short.
Yes, $1 short.
$1 short. Wow, that's possible because and the Express, do you actually drop in the box or you have to hand it over to the counter?
I remember when I send those Express, you don't have to give it to the staff in the counters. You can stick the labels on the covers and then drop in the box.
Oh, okay.
But it is in the time of 90s, I think. But I do not know the situation in 1978.
Yeah, but it's funny that you have a Tsim Sha Tsui registration label, and then and then a Hong Kong, Hong Kong machine cancel.
But what about the Pifin punch on it?
I think Pifin it's arrival. It's US arrival.
Is it?
Bank of
but
America.
The problem is
those
Pifin is punched through the covers.
Yeah.
And then the ink content in the cover will be damaged. And there was one important thing I have not mentioned. The cover is not open.
It's not open.
Yes.
Oh, so still got the content.
Will it be the situation that this cover is on the face of a parcel
Uh-huh.
or a stack of a document. I don't know.
Yeah. Never seen this punched, paid mark before on the.
Yes, I think this could be a arrangement of a bank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see, this Discovery Central Bank of America.
Yeah, yeah. Could be a Bank of America,
San Francisco.
Yeah, sort of receiving kind of month. But September, December. Oh, actually, is it September?
But it could be the bank, but why would they put perf in paid? I mean, they might have a date. We might go through all the paperwork, but I can't see why they put paid on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I have no idea.
You should open it.
Yeah. See,
nothing inside. Nothing inside.
Nothing inside.
Yes.
That's strange. Yeah, maybe. Oh, somebody said. Julian said it maybe it could have been a check inside, a bank check.
It could be. But do you mean bank draft?
Yeah, bank draft. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. That's right. Something like that.
But it will damage the bank draft inside if you punch over in that way.
It doesn't matter because it is the bank who will clear the transaction, so it doesn't matter.
It actually looks open. If you see the top part of the cover is irregular. You see, it's not quite straight. It looks like it's been cut.
Yes, it's here, and I don't see anything inside.
If you take the premise that the meter mark is wrong and the registration label is wrong, I suspect the only thing that's genuine is the other two $1 stamps.
Yeah.
And perhaps the perfin. I think the rest may have been added.
Yeah, the $2 not cancelled.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So the only legitimate elements is the two $1 stamp and the punch prefin, right?
Probably. And the hand struck airmail's probably right.
But it just cost me $2. It's okay.
No, you want to get a BPA opinion, right? Send it to Neil.
You mean send the
send the cover for a certificate to Neil, and Neil will get your opinion.
Okay, and that's all. That's all for the cover.
Right. Okay.
Is there anything written at the back of the cover?
No, nothing.
Okay.
But it is not over. It is not over in the eBay. I bought it in eBay. It's not too expensive. It's just $2. So why just make such additional items? I don't understand.
Well, it is just again from the chat box. See, the pair of $2 is also probably legitimate. But simply, it wasn't cancelled by the machine.
But
so it made up the express fee. Actually, short. Where we say $1 short. Yeah.
If you just meet the rate for the express, it's okay because the express fee is $3.
Yeah. See, it'd be $1 overpaid if you disregard the Chimsa label and the Kowloon meter label, then it would be simply it's an express letter to USA from Hong Kong, $1 overpaid.
So the label and the registration label was added in a later day.
Yeah, that's my feeling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the stamp.
So why the cover is not open and the prefin is punched as pay? That's a mystery.
So perhaps somebody had to drop the letter into a mailbox. It's just a letterbox without actually I suppose express you have to hand it to the post office it would be in a different mail bag, right? Otherwise, how if you're mixing express letter with normal ordinary airmail letter, I mean, it defeats the whole point of paying extra. So there must have been a mail bag for specifically for express mail, and then you were supposed to hand over to the post office.
Well, it could be. It could be.
And but there may be for some reason that the sender actually dropped into a mailbox, and then it was actually treated as an ordinary airmail letter. He got the label. He's got express label. He's got the stamps. He's got the postage, and then he dropped in the letterbox. And then it was handled like an ordinary airmail letter.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be the case.
And then some other guys decided to stick the registration label, which is easily available, and the meter label, which is 99, seems a bit more like a parcel. I would say if it could be a proof strike, I mean, even 99, sometimes it's 9999 or something like that. Yeah. Well, not proof strike, but it may be a specimen strike or whatever.
I think one possible explanation for the registration label is that it was incorrectly put into a mailbox with the express, and then because of that, they did compulsory registration. But the thing is,
that's the thing.
but it doesn't make sense because it's Chim Cha Choi. If it were because it was the cancel is Hong Kong, you would think the compulsory registration would have been done in GPO.
That's right. Would have been a Hong
So
Kong
it's
label instead of Chim Cha Choi.
yeah.
And there will be and there should be a post out, of course. Mark, right?
Well, there was a marking like that. Yeah, posted out, of course. Yeah, there was a mark, definitely a marking. So that's why, I mean, the unions said, both of it could have been just added.
Okay, thank you, guy, for the comments. And that's all.
He actually mentioned it's actually 4th of December and not 4th of September. The date of dispatch. The
4th of December, yes.
Yeah, 4th of December. So the arrival is 11th December is perfectly feasible.
Yes, it's reasonable. But all the other elements is not logic.
Yeah, and because the machine, the meter was 21st of December. So actually, how could that be? The letter arrived a reasonable week for a letter to arrive in the USA, and the $99 was another 2 weeks later. So anyhow, okay. Well, thanks for Julian for your expert comment. By the way, Julian is actually an expert. Yes. Yeah, why don't you show your face? Bro. All right, okay, never mind. So thanks for your comments anyway. It's nice for somebody, to comment on it. Okay, so any other issues or comments I'd like to ask again? Oh, okay. He hasn't got camera or microphone. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So no further comments. I've actually said before that there was actually an issue about the index S and index T. There was a discussion before we actually started the meeting, so it was not recorded. A couple other people want to discuss, amongst other things, the use of index S and index T on the Hong Kong CDS used between 98 and 99. So various theories have been put forward. So it would be a nice thing to put in the agenda for January meeting. So if you just check out what you've got, And of course, you're most welcome to find some postage dues to let Sam knows about it next month as well. Maybe over Christmas you got nothing to do, and go into your whatever treasure chest and check it out. Whether you got something. Yeah, I'm not sure I've got something that Sam hasn't got, but yeah, maybe I'll try. I'll try my best. Anyway, okay. On that note, this is the last meeting of the 2025. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I look forward to another series of meeting in 2026. Okay, thank you very much for coming and for your support during the last year and the year before, etc. So anyway, see you next time. Okay.
Okay. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Joyeux Noël.
Yes. Okay. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yes, it's good night for me, and thank you very much, and see you next month. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas and
Merry
Happy New
Christmas,
Year,
Dr.
everyone.
Sakov. Yeah. See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.